welcome back to Sports Show. Time to talk about the Southern Footy League. Of course, the state championships were on at the Barossa last weekend, so we've got the assistant coach of the Southern Districts in, Ray O'Donnell, and the Pres, as always, Craig Warman joins us. Thanks for coming in, fellas.
Thank you.
Mate, just quickly before we get down to it, let's get a quick plug in. Hall of Fame, August 6th, not too far. How's it selling, mate?
Yeah, look, you want to get in pretty quickly. Tickets are selling really quickly. Of course, special guest
Peter Carey.
Peter Carey certainly will draw a crowd.
Should I wear my suit, Pres?
Shirt and tie, basically.
Right, yeah, for my speech and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Okay, we'll just put a line right through the Hall of Fame dinner on August 6th. Hey, Ray, let's have a chat with you, mate. State championships are on, so you lost the first game by a goal to South East, then you lose the second game by 11 points to Centrals, which, by the way, were the two teams that played in the grand final the year before, mate. Tough start.
Yeah, it was. Conditions weren't conducive to free-flowing high-school football. So blowing about a 50k westerly across the ground all day.
Oh, wow.
So low-scoring games, but obviously got us 0 wins, got us into the third v fourth playoff the following day. So being close, I think the percentage helped.
Let's talk about the third, fourth playoff, mate, because you've got to play South East again, who've beaten you previously. That game you win by 11 points. 11 points? No, you're pretty comfortable winners in the end, so it was a good win.
Yeah.
Why the turnaround so quick?
Full-length game helped, I think. Our defence held up really well all weekend, and I think in a proper-length game we held them to 6 goals on the Sunday, so it finally clicked ahead of the ball too. So
It sounds like a war of attrition to me, these carnivals. I mean,
they are now.
You know, you've got to play how many games?
it's 2 shortened games on the Saturday and then a full-length on the Sunday.
When you say shortened games, what are
25-minute halves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like
so
that,
you don't have any time to.
And then
to
there's a
make
full
mistakes.
game. Then there's the full game in your third game.
Sunday.
Still sounds like a war of attrition to me. Who's the fittest or who's going to last the longest?
That comes down to it. Yeah, we do take 24 players, so there's a large bench to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all championships, they've got to get off to that good start. And it does depend who you play when you first get there. So playing the two teams that played in the final last year is a pretty tough start. Hey, mate, 5 of the boys made the championship team.
Yes.
Pretty good result.
Yeah, Riley Clamp from Strathalbyn, Sam Renfrey from Wallunga, Troy Blackwell from Langon Creek, Shannon Jones from Langon Creek, and Callum Tonkin from Encounter Bay, the big ruckman. And those boys now have earned themselves a state jumper, and they'll go to Western Australia with the state countryside to play WA in a couple of weeks' time.
Wow.
And the girls went one better, they had 6 in. 6 girls.
Girls had 6 in the team of the championships. Unfortunately for the girls, they don't have an opportunity to play a state game. That will come next year when we host back here. But Kia Russell, Sky Carton Yeri Sumner, Jamie Green, Elma Fitzpatrick, Catrice Turner and Georgia Weatherspoon were the girls that from Southern that made the team of the championship, which is a great effort.
So when you say next year they have the opportunity to play state footy, is that?
Yeah, for the women. Western Australia aren't quite there at the moment with their women's competition.
Yeah.
So they weren't going to take a side over to play like an exhibition game. They want a proper state game. So the girls, those 6 girls, will be in front running for a state Guernsey next year.
Okay, so you're giving them the opportunity to build Western Australia, whereas I wouldn't have. I say, no, you come play now.
Come play now.
Yeah.
So you want to get the win straight up.
Exactly. One up on them. It's going to be hard in this game.
Come on, mate, we're not in England.
Again, line through the Hall of Fame dinner if you're there. Hey, mate, both teams finished third. I know it's disappointing, you always want to win it, but a pretty fair result based on the talent that was in the Barossa at the time.
Yeah, well, when you look at it, the team that actually won it, Easterns, that's the first time they've ever won one of these competitions.
Yeah.
And for them to always been 5 or 6 in the pecking order, so to speak, but for them to actually come across and win it was congratulations to them. As you know, first time you win a championship, you can't beat it. And it was first up for the Central's girls too. They've never won it before.
Wow.
So, 2 first-time winners. Again, shows that they've got the mix right and the Carnival's growing in success.
Did you see, Ray, back to you here, mate, the players that went away, as one of the coaches, assistant coach here, they invested, everybody's invested in it, they were happy to be there and keen to play, and I always find that maybe some guys aren't all that keen to go away on that weekend. They prefer to have a spell or whatever. How did you find that?
Yeah, there's certainly a few that aren't keen and they're not selected. They just don't put themselves up for it.
Yeah.
So the group that come away for the weekend are certainly there for the right reasons, and all seem to enjoy themselves. It's a pretty good bonding weekend at the same time as playing some high quality footy.
Which it is, isn't it? That's one of the great things about these carnivals.
Absolutely.
I think you get to go away with some other teams and whatever, and you find the guy that you wanted to belt last week is actually not such a bad guy.
That's
really.
right.
So that's one of the great things about carnival footy.
We're hoping a lot of them stick together and put their hands up again next year.
Yeah.
And the good part about that is we picked a fairly young side. So hopefully, as Ray just alluded to, that continuity and bonding that we're able to get out of this year's carnival will hold us in better stead next year.
Yeah.
Because you know yourself that you've got to have that mix of youth and or of attrition, Baz, and experience.
Yeah.
The experience blokes will get you across the line 9 times out of 10, but in a long weekend, it's the youngsters that will push you through.
Yeah,
And the youngsters we've got coming through are sensational.
Good.
It was a break, obviously, for the Southern Footy League race. I'm just interested, because we'll get onto the games that are coming up this weekend, but for you as the head coach of Cove, you go to that state championship, and I know you're focused on, your team, but you see a lot of talent from the other states. Do you put your Cove diary out and go, need to have a chat with that bloke from there, and need to have a chat bloke? Was there a bit of talent there that you wouldn't have minded, or if you could, bring over your team?
Yeah, gee.
Yeah.
There's some big boys in the other leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to move them? Would it be hard to shift them?
Oh, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money plays a part.
Certainly.
All right, let's have a short chat about your team, mate. You're up against Noarlunga, they're sitting nicely in second spot. You're a couple of wins, and you're in the final, and you're in the top chance again, mate. So it's a big game.
Yeah, it is. We got close to them at their home ground the first round, so hopefully we can go 2 goals better and pinch a W here.
The break, mate. You're involved with the team in the Barossa. Your team's obviously still training. Who takes care of business for you when you're not there?
We had the assistant coaches and leadership group run things, and apparently it was a very good week on the track. So, yeah, hopefully I still got a job to
Different
go back
voice,
to.
yeah.
Happy Valley's a big one. There's a big game for you. Happy Valley versus Port Noarlunga. Now that's an 8-pointer or a 4-pointer in your case.
Yeah.
That's
very much so.
That's a big game. That's at Happy Valley.
That is at Happy Valley.
Yeah.
Porty's has the bubble burst, really.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because
it
they showed some good form early. They've sort of tapered off a little bit, and I think they would have been disappointed in the last couple of results.
And they've lost one of their key players too, who's now down at Glenelg.
Oh, okay. Oh, that doesn't
Nathan
help.
Paredes came down from Darwin. It's been snaffled up by Glenelg, so that's another gap they'll have to fill. You'd probably tip Happy Valley in that game. In the Cove game, the old Cove boys, I reckon, are a chance. That's our tribe match of the day.
You're a Cove, are you?
We'll be broadcasting
Cobra
from.
Park, yeah.
Yep. And then you've got Christie's and Flagstaff Hill. You'd probably tip Christie's to suffer a bit of a
bit of pain.
pain there.
It is at Christie's
It's a very
Beach,
good
though, isn't it?
Flagstaff Hill
It is
team.
at Christie's. It is a very good
That'll help.
Flagstaff Hill team.
Yeah, their best chance is if Flagstaff get lost trying to get to the game.
Getting down there.
But the final game, Ranella.
Ha-ha.
Yeah,
Aldinga.
Another one.
Come on, mate.
Is it going to be 3 in a row?
No. I'll talk to Bill. I'll talk to Bill this week, mate. No.
Well, you said you weren't going to get beaten by Melbourne.
Well, it was my fault. I went away,
and
so I'm
whatever.
prepared to take the hit.
Bill
for the
went
boys,
away.
and Bill was away as
Bill
well.
was
So
away as well.
the 2 pillars. Well, Bill's
It's always going to collapse, then, isn't
well,
it?
no, Bill was away. Let's be honest. So I think the boys will be all right. I think they'll bounce back.
Yeah, but don't forget, in the first round, it wasn't. If it wasn't for the last quarter effort, they almost had you at Shark Park. This one's played at Ranella. The Oval's in a little bit of
How do you do?
state at the moment. Aldinga aren't without a chance.
Oh, hello.
Aren't without a chance.
So you're tipping Aldinga?
I got that sneaky feeling.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, did he tip him?
He did. Mate, if they win, you owe me a crayfish. Time for us to go. Hey, good luck, boys, on the weekend. Great result in the Barossa. Unfortunately, we didn't win it, but great showing by the boys and the ladies down there. Stay with us still. Plenty to come on the show.